self-esteem is. It's my belief about myself. I'm a good person, I'm a bad person, I'm a funny person. And everyone's story is slightly different. But the common element is that everyone's story comes from a combination of what we think and what other people tell us. But even what other people tell us can be overridden by our internal beliefs. So if you have a strong belief that you're too thin, or that your body is wrong in some way, and for most people it doesn't matter how many other people tell you that that's not the case, that you're beautiful, that you're just perfect the way you are. Those internal beliefs will override that. Of course, those internal beliefs may have originated from things that others told us. So perhaps when you were growing up, one of your parents told you that, or someone at school told you that, and eventually you took it on and started telling yourself that. So as those thoughts repeat themselves, we develop what we call a self-image, which I would define as nothing more than a pattern of repetitive thinking about yourself. There's no truth in that self-image. It's just a bundle of thoughts, a bundle of beliefs. But when you're lost in that, those thoughts have incredible power. And that's why the movement in the West over the last 30, 40 years around self-esteem has been so popular and so successful, because most of us are lost in thought. And if you're lost in thought, then trying to develop positive thoughts about yourself is a pretty good option. If you can do it and if you can maintain it, it can make a huge difference. But there's two issues with that approach. The first is that it takes a whole lot of energy, time, and effort to maintain and reinforce positive thoughts about yourself or about anything. Thought, by its nature, has positive and negative, good and bad in it. It's just the way it is. So before long, some negative thoughts are bound to arise. And when they do, we're forced to try and get rid of them, try and reframe them, try and change them. And so we can get into a battle with those negative thoughts. So maintaining positive self-image takes up lots of energy. That's the first thing. The second thing is that it's completely unnecessary. Because if you don't believe your thoughts, then it doesn't matter what they say. After all, the whole idea of a self-image is bound up with the concept of time. That I was like this in the past and my future will be like that. But in this series, we're stepping out of time and into the present moment. So if you're right here now, anchored in this moment, without needing to reference the past or future unless they're helpful, then what happens to self-image? If you're just a human being sitting here, breathing and listening, and watching those thoughts go past, then it ceases to matter what those thoughts say. You can just watch them regardless. Now take a moment now to sit and notice what thoughts are passing through your mind right now, right this instant. And instead of pursuing those thoughts or trying to change them or do something with them, just watch them go past. Just as if you were sitting in your lounge room watching the clouds drift past. It might be a big storm, or there might just be a few fluffy white clouds drifting past in the sunshine. But sitting in your lounge room and watching, there's no need to be bothered by either. So just sit, watch, and allow thoughts to come and go. As they come and go, see if you can stay present rather than getting caught up in them, as we normally would. And you may find it useful to follow the breath, to feel yourself breathing as a way to keep yourself anchored in this moment. And if there's a space in between thoughts, if there's some silence there, you can just observe that. Notice that quiet. Now, many people tell me that when they step back from thought and watch it, they realise it's not true. They realise that it's just an opinion, it's just conditioning, it's just an idea. And if it's just an opinion, just an idea, and it's not true, then there's no need to cultivate positive thought, and there's no need to get rid of negative thought. You can just watch it all and enjoy this moment regardless. So today, whenever you notice a negative story about yourself, take a moment to step back from that and just observe it and check. Is that the objective truth? Is that the gospel? Or is it just a thought passing through my head right now? And if it is, let it drift past and bring your attention back to what's important right now in this moment.